This is going to be our front squat tutorial and scale video. So to start, let's just talk about what a good air squat would look like. So I got Derek here. I'm going to position Derek so that his feet are about shoulder width apart, toes slightly turned out. It's just like a nice entry-level position for most people. We can dial it in as needed. But what I'm going to ask Derek to do is go ahead and stick your arms out in front. I'm going to have you think about screwing those feet in the ground, which is going to push his knees out just a little bit, and then go ahead and squat down for me. Good. So Derek's doing a good job keeping his chest up. Those knees are either over his toes, if not slightly outside, and his hip crease is down below his knee, which would be below parallel. Come on back up. Go ahead and turn profile facing me. Same position, he's going to go ahead and squat down. Boom, we see that hip crease down below the knee. We see that back nice and flat, that chest nice and upright. Good, come on back up. Now, as we look at what should a front squat look like, the fact that we're holding that bar in that front rack position should help us keep that more upright position. But we might have some workarounds when it comes to coordination and mobility. So that's what we're going to get into next. So Derek's going to start, he's going to be facing out, and this is for the purposes of this video only, because that's just the easier way to do it for us here. So he's going to get that bar on that front rack. He's going to have it in his fingertip grip. Those elbows are going to be pointing straight ahead at the wall in front of him. And I'm going to put him in that exact same stance. Derek, go ahead and squat down for me if you would. Good. That whole time he's pointing those elbows straight. He's working pretty hard. Those knees are in the same position we wanted them. His back is nice and flat. Go ahead and drive out of both feet. And his hips and shoulders all rise at the same time. So from the side, one more time, keeping those elbows up. Good. Boom. Great. And stand back up. So wonderful. So when we come to what kind of scales are we going to do, if we have an athlete where they're able to load, but we want to make sure that they're keeping that form into their depth, and maybe they just can only control it part of the way down, not all the way, we can use something like a box squat to give him or give the athlete more of a depth check. And what that's going to do is we want to set that height up where it's at about the point where they can still maintain that good form, but not beyond it, because we don't want things to start falling apart. So here I have an 18-inch box. Derek, go ahead and squat for me. You're just going to tap your butt to that box, kind of acknowledge where it is, and you're going to stand right back up. Good. Give me another one. Great. As he progresses and his skill improves, his mobility improves, and he can go deeper, then we can go ahead and remove layers of that box and try to get him down so that he no longer has anything behind him. Box squat is also a really nice option for novice athletes that just may not have any confidence about being in that bottom position or the strength of having to get out of it. So this is a nice, safer option for that too. Now, if the athlete has more of a ankle restriction, we can do a small heel lift with something like a 2x4. Some gyms are equipped with slant boards, but a small 2x4 works really well. We're going to employ the same thing. Go ahead and squat down for me, Derek. So this is actually, you might even see he's looking like he's getting deeper. It puts him into his knees a little bit more, takes the ankles more or less out of the movement, and then come on back up. He's able to maintain that nice upright position, those elbows pointing forward. Anybody that has stiff ankles that this might throw them back in their squat, it's going to take that off the table, make it more knee dominant, and also put him deeper into his hips as long as he has good hip range of motion. So this is an adequate scale as well. I'll take that. Great. Go ahead and rack that for me, Derek. And then last but not least, we have the goblet squat. So this is going to be a great option for our more novice athletes, where we can work on giving them some load, but they're not necessarily overly encouraged to put a lot more or too much weight on it by holding a barbell. A lot of times with younger athletes, holding a weight like this is uncomfortable, and they don't have the capacity or the endurance for it, so they won't be overly inclined to grab something too heavy, where they might be able to load a barbell too heavy, more or less on accident. But we're going to look for the same exact form out of this goblet squat. So Derek, yep, got him in a nice shoulder width stance, toes out. He's going to drop on down. Those knees, again, tracking over, if not slightly outside those feet. Hip crease down below his knee, and his back is nice and flat. Good. Go profile. Nice. And come on back up. So great for novice athletes. If it is a depth problem, they can only coordinate part of the movement. You can do the same thing with the box squat there. If he seems like he's sitting too far back and doesn't have the ankle range of motion, we can go ahead and use the 2x4 or put something up, even like some small weight plates underneath the heels, as long as it's nice and stable, so that it takes the ankles out so they can work more depth and range of motion through that squat. Now remember, all of this is going to be on the athlete spreadsheet, where we are going to highlight each athlete's limitations, so you can always use that as a reference. But even just as you're problem solving, we can scale for depth, we can scale for range of motion restrictions as well.